Blink, the power of thinking without thinking. Paul Van Riper's big victory, creating structure for spontaneity. Meet Paul Van Riper, a Marine Corps legend. He joined the Marines at 12 and later commanded Mike Company in Vietnam. Van Riper's leadership style was direct, confident, and hands-on. He used innovative approaches like swimming to gain a better view in the jungle. In November 1968, Mike Company faced intense fighting, resulting in casualties. Despite challenges, Van Riper emphasized continuous training, even in the midst of the conflict. Van Riper's leadership was strict yet fair, grounded in a profound understanding of war and a hands-on, aggressive approach. His experiences in Vietnam shaped his leadership style and approach. After his military career, Van Riper was enlisted by the Pentagon for Millennium Challenge 02, the largest and costliest war game in history. He played a rogue commander threatening the Persian Gulf region, providing a unique perspective to the exercise. One morning in the Gulf. During the game, Blue Team and Red Team participated in realistic exercises. The goal was to test radical ideas for warfare. The focus shifted to understanding and disrupting the adversary's entire system. This included military, economic, cultural, and personal aspects. The changing nature of conflict led the Pentagon to reconsider its strategies. According to a JFCOM analyst, the decisive factor in future wars would be dismantling the adversary's war-making capability. This new perspective challenged conventional notions of military combat. It's about understanding the intricate links between military, economic, and cultural systems. Dissecting the Millennium Challenge. The Millennium Challenge was a war game that pitted Blue Team against Red Team. The clash of opposing military philosophies was a battle of systematic analysis versus intuition and rapid cognition. Blue Team relied on systematic analysis, databases, and methodologies. Red Team, led by Paul Van Riper, embraced intuition and rapid cognition. Red Team's use of unconventional tactics, like couriers and unconventional communication methods, baffled Blue Team. Van Riper's exposure to traders on Wall Street reinforced his belief in the importance of quick, decisive actions under pressure. Red Team's surprise attack, including a cruise missile assault, resulted in the sinking of American ships, exposing Blue Team's vulnerabilities. Despite subsequent explanations, Blue Team's failure was evident. The moment showcased the importance of intuitive decision-making in the midst of uncertainty. Red Team's rapid cognition, reflecting Van Riper's philosophy, caught Blue Team by surprise, akin to the Getty's failure in evaluating the Kouros statue. The structure of spontaneity. Despite the apparent chaos, improv involves sophisticated decision-making governed by rules. It's not just random silliness. The rule of agreement is vital in improv, where characters accept everything that happens, creating humor and story. It's a powerful tool for making scenes successful. In fact, violating this rule can have disastrous consequences, as seen in the example of unsuccessful scenes. It emphasizes the importance of agreement in making scenes successful. This adherence to rules was crucial in Paul Van Riper's success in Millennium Challenge. Creating conditions for successful spontaneity is essential. The lesson is clear: effective rapid cognition under pressure is a result of training, rules, and creating the right framework. It's the same for improv and military strategy. The Perils of Introspection. In combat, immediate answers are not always the best. Paul Van Riper's approach of being in command and out of control fostered innovation and initiative. But can verbalizing insights hinder cognitive leaps? Psychologist Jonathan W. Schooler's experiments reveal that explaining insight-based problem-solving processes significantly reduces success rates. Gary Klein's study of a firefighter's seemingly ESP-driven decision underscores the delicate nature of insight. If leaders stop and deliberate, insight can be lost. The Perils of Introspection. Cook County Hospital has a rich medical history, being the birthplace of significant innovations. It's also known for treating gunshot wounds and was the backdrop for the TV series ER. In the late 1990s, Brendan Riley took charge of the hospital's Department of Medicine. Inheriting a chaotic institution, struggling to accommodate Chicagoans without health insurance. The ER faced challenges of overcrowding and resource constraints, with around 250,000 patients annually. Riley focused on creating specific protocols for common issues like asthma and homelessness. However, chest pain cases posed a unique challenge due to their resource-intensive nature and inconclusive treatment protocols. Diagnosing heart attacks in the ER involved an imperfect process, relying on the electrocardiogram (ECG), but its accuracy was questionable. Riley discovered a lack of consensus among experienced doctors estimating the probability of a heart attack, leading to either unnecessary admissions or excessive caution, with many admitted on suspicion alone. Improvement. Riley faced a dilemma. The hospital had limited resources, and many chest pain patients had no acute issues. To solve this problem, Riley turned to Dr. Lee Goldman's algorithm. Goldman's statistical approach used urgent risk factors and ECG readings to create a decision tree for chest pain patients. After 2 years of comparison, Goldman's algorithm outperformed traditional methods significantly. It was 70% more accurate at identifying patients not having heart attacks and, crucially, safer. Riley implemented the algorithm in 2001, making Cook County Hospital one of the first to rely on Goldman's approach. It's a great example of how technology and innovation can improve healthcare. When less is more. In the Millennium Challenge, Blue Team believed that more information gave them a considerable advantage. But Goldman's algorithm contradicts this, stating that excessive information isn't an advantage. In fact, excess information can prove harmful, leading to confusion. Take the Gulf incident, for example, where Blue Team's excess information led to chaos. Goldman's algorithm challenges conventional medical wisdom. It advises against admission based on numerous risk factors, stating that for immediate diagnosis, they're insignificant. Physicians tend to err when additional information like gender or race is factored into diagnoses. Goldman's approach emphasizes the simplicity and efficiency of algorithms in decision-making. Balance between analysis and intuition. Physicians often prefer complexity, viewing algorithms as mundane. But Cook County's ER demonstrates that success in decision-making requires a balance between deliberate and instinctive thinking. Research shows that too many choices hinder decisions. Iyengar's jam experiment illustrates this. Snap judgments thrive on simplicity, overloading with information leads to paralysis. Dan Riper's approach in Millennium Challenge echoes this. He emphasizes the need for a balance between analysis and intuition. Successful decision-making involves recognizing patterns, relying on both deliberate and instinctive thinking, and embracing simplicity. Millennium Challenge, Part 2. After Red Team's surprise attack, an uncomfortable silence fell over JFCOM. Then the clock was turned back and everything was reset. Van Riper, the leader of the Red Team, was given different instructions. The second round was scripted, and if they didn't like it, they ran it again. The sequel was won by Blue Team in a rout. The Pentagon confidently turned its attention to the real Persian Gulf. But the experiment failed. The complexities and confusion of the real world couldn't be replicated.